Namaskar, friends.
Namaste.
Welcome to episode number 3 of Kabiriyat and Ashwini. Namaskar to you and
Namaste.
a
Namaste,
warm
Manoj.
welcome.
Thank you.
And so I will hand it over now to Ashwini and let's see what she has in store. She has these amazing topics that she has picked up for our benefit related to Kabir Sahab's philosophy.
Yeah.
So,
So
Ashwini, over to you.
thank
Yes.
you. So we'll continue with more poetry from Saint Kabir, one of the favorite saints of us, as well as a lot of people over the centuries. It's impossible to not read Saint Kabir's poetry. If you're interested in either bhakti movement or spiritual philosophy or anything of that kind, or music for that matter. So, uh, so far we had two episodes, and the first episode was on divine love. The second was on the concept of happiness in Saint Kabir, and today we'll talk about the concept of internal beauty in Saint Kabir's philosophy. And I'll talk about my references too, because people have been asking me, like, what is the origin of this poem? Where did you come across this? So we'll talk
Yes.
a little bit about that too.
Hmm.
So the poem is called as Garden of Flowers by Rabindranath Tagore, whose book 100 Poems of Kabir has listed, and listed the translation of about 100 poems. So his translation is as follows. He says, "Do not go to the garden of flowers, O friend, go not there. In your body is a garden of flowers. Take your seat on the 1,000 petals of the lotus and there gaze on the infinite beauty." And he lists only the first line of the original Hindi poem, which says, "Bago najare naja." So now when I started looking for the entire Hindi poem, then I found several versions of this poem on the internet and some books. So one of the versions that I really liked and thought was somewhat longer than the version mentioned by by Rabindranath Tagore, comes from the book Kabir Samagra, and it's a Hindi book. It's published by Hindi Pracharak publication in Varanasi. And the poem is slightly more elaborate. So we'll look at the words of this version. And this is a version that Manoj is also going to use to put music to. So the words here are Bago Najari Naja, Teri Kaya mein Gulzar, Karani Kyari Boi Kar, Tu Raheni Karu Rakhwar. And we'll look at the meaning also simultaneously. So again here it says don't go to the garden of flowers outside, because the garden of flowers is really within your body. Karani kyari boi ke tu rehni karu rakhwar, which means that all you have to do is keep flourishing the garden. So once you have sowed the seeds in the garden, you just have to make sure and take good care of those seeds. Then it says Durgati kaag udai ke dekhe ajab bahar, manmali par bodhiye kari sanjam ki bar. Here it means kaga means crows. So Durgati kaga meaning the bad tendencies, which are like crows. So you need to, push them out. You need to let them fly away. And then you'll see the Ajib Bahar, meaning then you'll see the miracles happening, inside you. Like, how we say in Hindi or Marathi, like Durgun and Sadgun. So it's like when you sort of, give away or don't pursue any kind of Durgan, which are the Shadripus. So then all you are left with is Sadgun, or good things in life. And then once you have that, then you'll see miracles happening all around you. So Manamali Parabodhye Kari Sanjam Ki Bar. So please understand that your mind is the gardener of this garden. And when you use sanyam or what they call as patience or chitta vritti nirodha, as they call in the in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. So when you have that patience and you become a good gardener, your mind becomes a good gardener, then you have the knowledge of this garden. So दया पौध सूखे नहीं, क्षमा सिंच जलधार, गुल और चमन के बीच में फूला अजब गुलाब. So daya paudha meaning the plant of compassion. So make sure that it doesn't dry up. So make sure that you have compassion throughout your life. Kshama sinch jaladhar. So kshama is forgiveness. So make sure that the forgiveness stays with you all the time. That you use this in your garden as like water to the plants. And so without forgiveness, the plants are not going to grow. So the plant is of compassion, and the water is supposed to be forgiveness. Gul or chaman ke beech mein phoola ajab gulab. So it's among these flowers, all of a sudden you see a very strange flower of gulab, of rose. So you see a rose plant growing up among all these other flowers. And what does this rose plant refer to? So it says that that is a strange rose, which is really the rose of liberation or mukti. So we saw that in Hinduism, liberation, moksha, mukti, nirvana. These are all the concepts which refer to the same thing, which is a liberation from the cycle of life and birth. And that is referred to here by Saint Kabir as Ajab Gulab, like a strange rose flower. And then Saint Kabir says, Ashta Kamala se upaje leela agama apar. Kahe Kabir chita chetake avaga mana nibar. So here he's referring to Ashtakamal, which is like, sort of a lotus flower, which is within us. And it has some reference to the Tantra philosophy in Hinduism. And it also has a reference to the Buddhist philosophy, where they talk about eightfold path to liberation. And then it says, like, the truth sort of like comes out of these lotus plants, and you see that Leela Agama Apar. So Leela is always referred to as like Bhagwan ki Leela, or like the ways of the God,
Lord.
the divine ways, which are Agama and Apar, which are unfathomable, and they're just everywhere. Like there's no end to it. So when you create your garden inside you to be so beautiful, you take good care of your mind, you take good care of your thoughts, you have good thoughts, you have forgiveness, you have compassion, and slowly all this rose of liberation emerges out of that. And then you see miracles all around you. You see the the Leela, or the play of God, and which is absolutely unfathomable. Kahe Kabir Chitta Chetake Avag Mananibar, which means that be aware that in your heart there is this this is all happening inside your heart. And Avagamana Nibar, meaning the cycle of birth and death, or like coming and going, sort of just stops. Like we cross that cycle, and then we sort of become liberated. So again, these are all like the concepts which we can only understand through the words of saints or through the books. Not that it's not so easy to have that experience until and unless you reach that stage of moksha. But what we see is that this concept is reflected in Indian philosophy, in Buddhist philosophy, and a lot of Kabir's poetry is also used in Sikhism. So we see sort of like the use of all these concepts in three different religions, so to say. and then what it also refers to sort of in the modern world, so to say, is the fact that internal beauty is sort of like symbolic of this flower garden inside us. And when we take good care of our mind, we have positive thoughts. We are not falling prey to the problems or issues such as like as they say, kama, krodha, moha,
The
lobha, mada,
Shadripus, right?
matsara, shadripus, like extreme anger or extreme jealousy, or what have you. I mean, they describe only six internal enemies, but
Right.
if you actually go to the psychological textbooks, you see
Yeah.
that the combination of all those different enemies
Right.
sort of turn up into multiple issues in the modern world. Like, for
Right.
example, the textbook doesn't mention narcissism anywhere, any of the Indian
Right.
textbooks, but
Right.
that does exist in today's world, and
Right.
that's really a part of a combination of some of these shatripus.
Right.
So the point is, when we have this kind of internal cleansing or emotional detox or whatever modern terminology you want to use, but basically we take good care of our mind and our thoughts, and we continuously sort of make sure that we are compassionate to other people, and we are very patient with people, and that we forgive people for what they do. Somehow a lot of problems start going away. I mean, our tussle is always like, if somebody behaves badly to us, why should I be the first one to forgive?
Right. Right.
When are
Right.
they going to learn about it?
Right.
But the truth is, if they knew not to do that, they wouldn't have done that.
Right.
So, a lot of the bad behavior comes out of immaturity or not
Ignorance.
knowing any better. Yeah,
Hmm.
ignorance. So if we understand that, that's a bad behavior, and that's coming out of ignorance, or like in in Sanskrit it's called avidya, then we are more mature, and then we should take the first step in
Right.
sort of trying to ameliorate the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So as Saint Kabir says in the last line, kahe kabira chitta chetake, meaning it's in your mind, just be aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
So here we don't see the term kahe kabira suno bhai sadho.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not, giving that advice to people, but he says that how do you get to that? How do you cross the line of, births and deaths?
Mm-hmm.
By being aware, by understanding that it is our responsibility, to behave in a way that's wise and that's compassionate and that's,
Right.
appealing to other people.
Right. I think Chitta Chetake is very interesting. Basically, to
Mhm.
awaken your mind, right?
Mhm.
Chetana, right? If
Right.
I understand it correctly.
Yeah.
Chetake comes from the word Chetana, which
Mhm.
basically means to awaken, awaken your mind. Chit, mind.
Yeah.
Chetake, Chetana. So, man ko jagana, to
Right.
awaken your mind,
Right.
so that you can get rid of the cycle of life and birth.
Right. And it
Right?
starts in our simple actions, right? So it seems sometimes that, that, that goal of liberation is just so far away. It's meant for spiritual people. And we say, we are not spiritual, we don't go there. But it's really not like that.
Right.
I mean, there's a, unbroken line of action here. So we start with just being nice to people around us, like people within our family, or people at our workplace or something.
Right. Right.
And then it just flows, it continues.
Right.
And what you are doing is actually helping you yourself, because it's making you more attractive as a person. There's
Right.
internal beauty that we develop.
Right.
And sometimes we don't quite realize that, what Saint Kabir is saying, Bago Najari Naja, meaning there's no beauty outside you, it's all within you.
Absolutely.
And that can be understood in so many different ways. Like
Correct.
beauty is not external; it's internal.
Correct.
It's not like in the big gardens and parks which are well maintained.
Right.
So that doesn't mean that he doesn't think that the parks are not beautiful.
Right. Right.
But what he's trying to say is that it's sort of like using that analogy that we
Right.
normally consider flowers and plants and parks as beautiful,
Right.
using that analogy to make people understand that you had to start sort of like taking care of yourself.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are so many beautiful words in this
Right.
poem. Like I was really struck by
Right.
by the words like parabodhye is
Hmm.
one, sanjam, then
Correct.
the use of uh, ashtakamal,
Correct. Correct.
then avagaman. There
Yeah.
are a lot of words which sort of like are not very commonly used in
Correct.
Hindi, and they're just so beautifully put together that
So parabodhiye as in awareness, right? Bodh,
right, right,
right?
right.
I think the line says man mali
Mm-hmm.
parabodhiye,
Right.
right?
Yeah. So
So
be aware and know that your mind is the gardener of
right.
this. So
Right.
basically, they're also trying to tell us the control of mind.
Right. Right.
Like if you
Sanjam.
if
I think sanjam
right,
is control. Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
So
Sanjam
if
is sanyam, right? It comes from the word sanyam,
yeah,
which means control, right? So
yeah, that's true.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have that control on your mind,
Correct.
then it's possible to not get too angry, not get like too caught up in something that we don't want to get caught up in.
Right.
So yeah. So I'm looking forward to hearing your composition.
Yes.
And would you like to tell us a little bit about the rag
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
use today?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So so the rag that we'll be using for this composition is rag Megh, also called Megh Malhar,
Beautiful.
and it is set to 14 beats cycle in Tal Deep Chandi. And so the idea about Megh Malhar was that there are certain words. So Malhar is a rag which normally is sung in association with rain or water or all those kind of expressions, right?
Right. The famous story of Tansen
Yes,
and
yes,
his singing of Megh Malhar.
yes, yeah. So because this song has words like Bagh, gardens, Jaldhar, meaning the stream of water, right? So that's how this composition originated.
That's amazing.
So with your permission, I'd like to present this composition.
Yeah, I'm going to put myself on mute
Yes.
and I'll
Yes.
enjoy you singing.
Ba बागो न जा रे न जा, बागो न जा रे न जा, तेरी काया में गुलजार, बागो न जा रे न जा, तेरी काया में गुलजार, करनी क्यारी बोई के, करनी क्यारी बोई के, तू रहनी करूं रखवार, बागो न जा रे न जा। दुर्गति काग उड़ाई के, देखे अजब बहार, दुर्गति काग उड़ाई के, देखे अजब बहार, मन माली पर बोधिए, मन माली पर बोधिए, करी संजम की बात, बागो न जा तेरी काया में गुलजार, बागो न जा रे दया पौध सूखे नहीं, क्षमा सींच जलधार, दया पौध सूखे नहीं, क्षमा सींच जलधार, गुल और चमन के बीच में, गुल और चमन के बीच में, फूला अजब गुलाब, बागो न जा रे न जा, तेरी काया में गुलजार, बागो न जा रे न जा। तेरी काया में गुलजार करही क्यारी बोई के करही क्यारी बोई के तू रही करू
Awesome. That was so beautiful. It was soothing, peaceful, and just, very appropriate to the context of the poem. Thank you so much, Manoj.
Thank you, thank you. So, yeah, so this was our third episode, friends. And one thing that I would definitely like to say from my own experience, whenever we listen to these thoughts or we read about them, momentarily we feel very excited and rejuvenated and recharged and all that. As soon as we come out of it, we are back to our old self.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what I have experienced, which I would love to share with everybody, is it would be wonderful if we can keep that thought going in our minds constantly and to establish that inner connection with those thoughts. Because until that inner connection happens, it's very difficult to implement that in our daily lives. In music we say that if you have to sing, you have to first internalize it, and only then it comes through your voice. The same applies, I'm sure it applies in all the fields.
Yeah.
That if you really want to put something into practice, so whether it is a good thought or a good piece of creative instinct, you have to internalize it, and only then can it get translated into you putting that into daily practice. So, whatever thoughts Ashwini has shared with all of you today, let's try to internalize these thoughts and not forget about it as soon as we close this window, so to say.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I hope that this will also provide some relief to people, because we are all affected by COVID.
Right.
And the situation in India is seriously bad.
Yes.
So I hope, our program will help people feel a little better.
Yes. And please do spread this among all your friends, because these thoughts are very simple. They are no rocket science. Every one of us, I'm sure, understands these thoughts, but it is not about just understanding them. You have to put those thoughts into practice, and only then will you reap the benefits of all these amazing thoughts and philosophies that we are trying to introduce through these episodes, right? So it's a humble request to everybody to put these thoughts, at least have these thoughts going on in your mind for a while. So maybe you never know, once you wake up from your sleep tomorrow morning, suddenly you'll be like really recharged and you'll feel like today's day feels different.
Yeah.
And the reason could be that maybe because you dwelt on any one of those thoughts that we are trying to share with you. So it's very important that we all do this for our own betterment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's hoping a good feeling and betterment
Yes.
for all of us,
Yes.
including the two of us. So,
Yes. Yes.
so thank you again for
Thank you,
listening.
and we shall again catch up with some other amazing philosophy of Kabir Sahib that Ashwini will bring for us in the
Mhm.
next month.
Yes, absolutely.
And till then, stay safe and well, we could say happy thinking, I think. All
Good
right, Ashwini.
betterment. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Namaste. Thank
And
you so
namaskar
much.
to all the listeners.
Yes, thank you, viewers.
Yeah.